Well, hello everybody and welcome back to H1Z1. Today we're on the test server. What I say is today is night time yet again. The latest update was pushed out yesterday. I was hoping to get a video out to you, but it was quite late in the evening, so I left it until now. I've basically got a bit done, made some kind of little base. Just to get us started. Found a couple of vehicles. I've got one. Two of my friends have got the other two. But before I go any further, if you like what you see today, if you can hit the old like button, would be much appreciated. I'm thinking seriously about staying on the test server when I give you these videos. We can make a bit of a let's build kind of series if you like. If you do like, let me know, and we shall try our damnedest. So in regards to the update, now if so let's say you're in a group, got a few friends and what have you, rather than adding them yourself to the deck permissions, as long as they have the code. Oh, there's a zombie down there, fell out of his car. As long as they have the code to your gates, they would all automatically have visitors permissions. So yeah, that works fine, because like, it is a bit of a pain in the arse, if you like, trying to add people. And if you're a bit like myself, didn't do very well in school, so my spelling is terrible. So, the last thing you really want to be doing is looking down on the ground. There's a tin in it. Oh, dead wolf. So looking down on the ground and adding, long ass names. So yeah, I like the idea of the automatic. Oh God, come on, open it. Give me it. It's because I've got so much crap on me. I've been out shopping, as you can see. Do I actually need that? I'll keep it anyway. Got a demolition ammo. Let's go take this stuff back to base. Is what I've been doing is, while I'm going out gathering tins or any kind of scrap, is whilst I'm out and about, I've decided to start crafting like nails and brackets as and when I go, kind of thing. Makes life a lot easier. Right, let's go back to the base. I'll show you where we are. The weather system, great. As you can hear in the background, you should be able to hear the rain. If I shut my big trap, you should hear it. That is so cool. And the snow, when it does snow now, it settles and it looks a lot thicker, because just before... Oh, we got trouble. Let's have a bit of machete business. Wallop. Take some of that, boyo. Don't think I'm going to be able to carry this, but we shall try. Animal fat dropped both. Shit, I want the animal fat too. I'll tell you what, let's drop some of these tarps, because I don't need quite as many tarps as we've got. Somebody else can have those. Yeah, the snow now, like just before the wipe, it would be just like a frosty morning, if you like, but now totally different. I'm hoping that we manage to sort of like capture that in this video. This video might be a little bit longer or a little bit shorter than usual. We'll just see how it goes. So yeah, this is my base over here. If I think a few videos ago, myself and Tez, we decided to build around this house. Tez is carrying on with that, making a great job of it. Sweet. The spawn system is pretty much, I think, the same as it was. We shall have a look around. Cranberry or somewhere like that and see for ourselves. Anything in here? Oh, there's some ammo. That's what we're after at the moment. We need quite a bit of that. A bit more. Can I take that? Or scrap it even? Yep, we can scrap those. Take that. Might have to leave the shoes. Yeah, leave the shoes. So we'll come back for those later. Bit of coffee and a bit of vitamins. Okay. So let's go back and I'll show you the base. Can I carry another 25? I can. We'll eat that. Okay, cool. Right. So we've come out the back of that house there. I think Tez is on about building all the way around that house. That looks sick. There you go. The night time is upon us. But look, yeah, I mean, this is great. Everything is moving. You know, the weeds, the sticks, the grass. Oh, it's great. It's great to see. Can't get over it. Right. So anyway, enough of that old twaddle. This is my base. Now, as what I've decided to do, this is only a bit of an experiment, if you like, just to see how it fares out. I've put gates rather than walls. I've put gates all the way around this bad boy, as you can see. The only problem I've found at the moment is when I open this gate, it glitches into. Oh, actually. Or does it? No. Oh, shit. Yeah. See that gate there that's attached to that wall? Opens up instead. So let's close that one. Whoop. And then come up into here. And you can close it from there. Which is not too bad. But as what I might do is get rid of that gate there and replace it with lower and upper walls. Now there's the two Jeeps that we found. Now this quad, there was somebody trying to get into my base. Her name was Scary. I was running back from Cranberry coming into sort of like this way. And I saw this quad literally hit the ramp and shoot off up into the air. But then it sort of like corrected itself. And she jumped back on it. And I said to her, if you want to have a look around the base, I'll open the gate for you. But she didn't speak, and to me that's being pretty darn ignorant. So anyway, I opened up this gate to come in, like so. She pulled her quad up to here, and I said, are you coming in? She didn't reply, so I closed the gate. So the quad ended up in here, and she ended up over there. You know what I mean? The quad's still there if she wants it, but if she doesn't, then I shall give it to one of my friends. So, anyway, that was the only sort of like bit of excitement that we've had so far. Boo-hoo. But this is the gate system. Like I said, now, all you need to do, if you wanted to, say, extend this base out even further, you could put a large shelter and face it pointing that way, but you'll have to have the gate open to do so. And then you can then place upper shelters all the way around the top. If you so do wanted to, if that made any sense, if you so wish. So that's the reasoning behind that. I'm going to put some more gates along here. Well, actually, I'm going to put a couple of. No, make your mind up, Zig. I'm going to put 3 gates along here, and use this part here for a way in. Yeah, we've got a tamper as well. I'll show you that in a second. And we can carry on using this way as well. So I might actually change this for a door rather than a gate. I'm not too sure at the moment, but it's going to be all secure. So yeah, coming over to the this bad boy here is what I've done is I've put a 2-gate system. There is a gap just here, but I intend on putting another deck foundation alongside of it later on. So you can open up the gates. You've got a ramp, you've got a tamper. And we all know what we need the tamper for. Corn and wheat. Yep. And it's all going to be walled off, as you can see. Nothing's colliding with it. It's got its own gate. It's only going to have the one gate. Well, at the moment anyway. So, like I said, I intend on putting another deck foundation here. And I might even consider putting another deck foundation around about here. And the other reasoning behind the gate system is I can just open that gate there, stand right in the corner, and eye up and sort of level out the deck foundation to the way I want it. So yeah, it's all cool, all taking shape slowly. So I do apologise to any of you that follow my. Didn't want that one open. I'm going to close that one. Close that one. And then close that one. And then close that one. So everything is secure again now. So yeah, let me know what you think so far. I've already put a lookout tower. So we're eventually going to be able to, go along the top. But if you remember on my last video, I did mention like having something underneath the upper shelters so you can protect it just by, repair it just by hitting the deck foundation. But I went against that. I might still try something. I might get rid of this shelter here, put a large shelter, coming out to over the top of that ramp. So then we're going to have a total squared off sort of base. We're not going to have any of these like L-shaped sort of things. Okay. So yeah. Now I put this together last night, and the repair doesn't need a lot. Just a couple of slaps with a hammer. So I'm just wondering whether they sort of like slowed the decay of bases slightly. Not sure. We'll have to have a look into that. So let's have a quick look at some of the updates. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I won't talk about any of the updates. Only the ones that I've done. But listen to that rain. It's great stuff. But as what I'll do is I'll put a link to the latest updates on the test server down below. So what to do now? He says, what to do now? I think, like I'm gradually gathering sort of like resources that I need. Food and ammo is a must at the moment. Last night the server was overwhelmed with other players. So if we were to go over to Cranberry to look for something in particular, like wrenches, or say, oh man, we were finding it very, very hard, because you'd get there and it perhaps just got picked up by somebody else. So yeah, it was very difficult. Oh, this is another thing. Now, when before you could just put charcoal in the furnace, but now if you put like sticks or wood or anything like that, you get this ash, the ash pile. I think maybe later on they might be using this ash pile for a component for something else that you'd be able to discover. I'm thinking in the lines of, when the new build system comes, that you might be able to use this for a dye or something like that. Yeah, because it looks totally the same colour as concrete wood. So it could be a coloration for that. I don't know. I'm just sort of like throwing sort of like ideas out there. Could be totally wrong. But so yeah, now is what I would suggest you do is let's get rid of some of this stuff I've got in my backpack here. 300 and plus nails, so we've got plenty of nails to keep us going for a little while. Let's put a hammer in there. Demo hammer, metal pipe, everything's going to go in there. There's a large shelter we can use for something. Little of it. Put those in there. Put those in there. I do apologise for boring you with organisation, but you know, if you want a Let's Play series, sometimes we're going to have to be like doing this kind of thing. Wooden plank, scrap of cloth, ammo and food sort of stuff. Put that in there as well. Okay, now the wrenches and the ammo are going in this bad boy here. I mean, we're slowly building it up, but like I said yesterday, well, it was around about 11:30, maybe even 12, you know, AM our time in the UK before the servers actually came up. So yeah, I was hoping it was going to be a lot earlier, like I said, so I could record a video for you, and you could wake up in the morning and you know, hear the velvet tone of my voice. So there, right, ammo. What have we got in there? We've got 29 and 82. We'll just stick with the 29, I think, and put those in there. That gun can go back up there in a moment. Let's put that in there. Replace it with that. Any more ammo? No. Can't see any. So let's move on to the food. Now the same thing applies for the barbecue as the furnace. Oh, before I forget. Now, if I just grab a couple of logs, 1, 2, put those ones back. Now if we were to go over to the barbecue, we'll see what happens. It might not light because it's raining, but being as we're actually supposedly in the shelter, it should light. So let's place these things in here. Put the sugar and salt in there as well. A couple of empty bottles. Bit of coffee. And the wood. And the animal fat. Bit more meat. It's getting lighter. Right, so let's light the barbecue and we'll see what happens with this wood. Now in the furnace is what will happen. You put a couple of logs in. Now I would suggest putting logs in because it seems to last a lot longer. Whereas if you put a stick or a few sticks, I don't think it lasts quite so long. So let's just say that I've put 80 scrap metal in a furnace. Now 2 logs is more than enough. It will give you charcoal. As well, as you can see here, I could have just put that back in there. Now, is what I'm thinking with the ash also is, you know, when you put the charcoal back into the barbecue or the furnace, and you've left the ash, maybe the charcoal is just there to sort of like reheat the ash. I don't know. You know, again, it's just thoughts I'm having. So, you know, just see. But look, you can see the logs are still there. There's no charcoal in there at all. Now there is. See, now that one log has given me 2 charcoal. And obviously you need charcoal, I think, for other, you know, recipes. I can't remember what it is. Let me just check. So yeah, you can use that. And there's one other possible unknown recipe that you can pair up with charcoal. Can't remember what it is. It's something to do with explosives or something, or gunpowder or something. I don't know. Because I don't use those sort of things, I've never really bothered with it. So look, there was quite a lot of water in there. I'll give me a second. And welcome back. I do apologise for that disturbance. But yeah, anyway, getting back to the barbecue, the we got 4 charcoal out of it. Now I do believe that after a while the fire will go out, so I would recommend taking the charcoal out. So as you can see, it's gone out now, and then you should still be able to use the charcoal afterwards. So let's just try it, light it. There you go. So it will probably use this this charcoal, and once that's gone, you'll have to do all over again. So keep the charcoal safe, and if you've got something big in bulk or something like that that you need to cook up or smelt, stick plenty of charcoal in there. Not just one, just stick 2, 3, 4, 5. Carry on. Something like that. Anyway, so food wise, we need to eat something, so we might as well use these last few tins. Now this base itself has more or less again been made by tins, because people have been just going around the houses looting for ammo and wrenches and what have you, and forgetting all about the tins, whereas I will go back and clear up after them. So in regards to the base, what do we want to do? We want to extend it, we want to make it big and accessible no matter where you go. So as you can see with all the gates, everything is going to be accessible. So let's just say that I decide, which I will, put a deck foundation here. We can stick a ramp on, bang, we're into that one. If we decided to put one in the corner here, bang, we're in, because we've got the gates up. You know what I mean? And like I said, keep saying, it's easier putting upper shelters when you're using gates, because all you need to do, let's just say you've got 2 walls up there, a lower and an upper, you will not be able to branch out because of the upper, and sometimes I think the lower one will also give you a bit of trouble. So like I say, with the gates, it won't. So yeah, I'm just get comfortable. So I'm good with that. Right, let's this rain is it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier. So we've got we're fed. Let's get rid of some of these bottles. I've got no dew collectors. Well, I did, but I had to destroy them. And again, with this rain, stock up on empty bottles. They will be filled in no time at all. So I'm just going to put these ones in here. Empties. Now we're getting a bit of biofuel, which you desperately need. Let's put some charcoal just for the sake of it. Actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll make a bee box, because we're going to need some dress bandages soon enough. Sweet. So we'll put that up by the barbecue. Be pestered by bees in a few hours. But we use this for the food. So like empty bottles and cooked food and stuff can go in there. I'm going to put the charcoal in there as well, and it does stack. What else do I want to do? I want to take a drink, so I'm going to take that just so we've got empty bottles in there to play around with. Actually, I think we have some in here. We've got 41 purified coffee, 1 empty bottle. Let's get the meat taken out as well, and the biofuel, and the coffee, and a coffee there with no sugar in it. Dear. That's not good. Okay, we'll leave that in there. Place all this good stuff. I actually might make I'll put the biofuel in there for now, but I will make some storage for vehicle parts, weapons, tools, blah de blah de blah, yardy yar. Empty bottle for the old honey. I'm going to put some scraps of cloth in there also. I think that's it. Right, so as what we'll do now, I think, is we'll take a trip over towards Cranberry, but along the way I have actually made one or two. I've got some meat there, I'll put that in there. I'm going to make some animal traps as well, I think. But yeah, along the way I have actually made that rain. Do you hear that? How good is that? You walk inside, it quiets down. You come outside, no, that's good. I like what they've done with that. You still get, you know, if you look carefully at the wall, the floor, you can still see that the water is still dripping down the wall and, you know, on the floor. But you can't see any raindrops falling through, which is good. Which is darn good. So give me a second, then we'll go over to Cranberry and we'll see what we can find. See you over there. Right, before we go into Cranberry, this is what I made earlier on. So we've got a just a basic, if you like, shelter. We've not even got into the shelter and yet the rain quietens down. So all I've got in here is a storage box and a furnace. Reasoning behind that is when we go to Cranberry and we're just looking for crowbars, we've got a nice safe spot here to crouch down, bang, 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 all day long. Let's loot it, see if there's anything in it. 3 scrap and a tarp, sweet. We'll take that all day long. So yeah, that's good, and we can also harvest the zombies too. So on we go. Right, here we are at Cranberry's. What's happening to my controls? I don't know, but there you go. Right, so here we are at Cranberry. Get over there. We'll have a look around and see if anything's been left for us. Bit of ammo. Good. Fire axe. Take it off the shelf. Loot everything you possibly can, because look at this. See, people are just leaving the clothing, and the clothing comes in bloody handy, especially when you get to the stage of crafting bandages, and you want a vast amount of sleep mats and things like that, you know what I mean? This is what we're after all day long. A bit of ammo, and if we're lucky enough to find any wrenches, all well and good. No, we don't need those, so we can drop those. The health on those are dropping. The health on those are better, so we'll get rid of those. Place them on our feet. Nothing there. I'm going to drop the tarps because I've got quite a few of those. Did I check the... No, I didn't check the fridge, did I? We'll eat that. And we'll keep that just for now. I'm going to drop this and 3-6. 3-6. Might as well drop that as well. So let's move on to the next. Actually, let's check the... oh yeah, we'll have that. But we'll drop that one. Drop and drop. So this is what I do usually, you know, go around looting absolutely everything I possibly can and dropping anything that I don't need at this time, and then, you know, it gives, I'll take that, it gives the chance then for maybe not myself but other players to have the same benefits that I might have. Check in these corners of the houses as well, because sometimes you might find something there that you can't actually see. Water bottle, thank you. I'll check the cabinets. I'm tired. Not me personally. I'll use that. I've got to have a bit of vitamins. Bit more ammo, sweet. Drop the saline. Take that. take the sugar. So I think I'm going to have to leave you there for today, ladies and gents. Like I said, I'll put a link down below for the latest patch notes. There was a server wipe with this patch or update, so don't be surprised if you you log in and you've got to start from scratch. But again, if you like what you've seen, if you can hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see any more, and a big thank you for watching. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.